Okay, good morning everyone. Let me press muty button, it's a bit noisy. Big welcome to all of you. I hope you're all doing very good. Welcome Ruti, welcome back. Welcome back Miriam, welcome back Sarah. Welcome back my mummy, welcome back Zoe and hubby. Welcome Harriet, welcome Ashling. I'm so happy you got rid of that picture, Ulrich. You cracked me up. Welcome back, Ulrich, and welcome back, Diane, and welcome back to Beverly. First time this year, I think. Okay, let's begin anyway. We're going to do a very nice lesson today. I taught it on a bit of it on Tuesday, but we're going to go maybe a bit further with it today. So really unusual lesson. Everyone liked it. I thought people wouldn't like it because when I did it a long time ago, I struggled with it, I remember, but everyone seemed to really enjoy it. But in fact, I think a couple of you might have been there on Tuesday, so it's a great opportunity because when you go over it again, it suddenly becomes a different lesson and you learn a lot more from it as well. That's right, Vikings benefit from Feldy too. Okay, let's begin. So come lay on your backs when you're ready. And close your eyes, settle right down. And just begin to sense and feel, as you settle down, how you connect with the floor. Notice how the backs of your heels connect with the floor. The calf muscles. Check out how you feel the spaces between the backs of the knees and the floor. And notice in what places your arms and hands make contact with the floor. Check in with your breathing. And take your time to breathe. Take lots of good quality time to breathe in, and all the time that you need to breathe out, letting everything go. And continue to observe your contact with the floor as you breathe. As you exhale, feel what places come a little bit closer to the floor. Also feel deep inside yourself as you exhale and feel different parts of you, maybe connecting a little more with the floor. You feel some little shift inside. And when you're ready, begin to roll your head a little from side to side, very, very slowly. Take your time. And begin to slow the movement down even more. And feel where you can relax more. Maybe you can soften your eyes and the eyebrows. Can you allow your mouth and jaws to soften, the toes, the fingers. And keep in mind that the head connects to your spine, so as you roll your head, you're actually rolling the spine, you're moving the spine. Can you imagine or sense this a little? Okay, the next time the head comes to the middle, stay there. Please bend both your legs so your feet stand on the floor. Have your feet roughly in line with the hips. And keeping the left foot in line with the left hip, gently lift your right leg and cross the right knee over the top of the left knee. And as you slowly breathe out, let go of the weight of your legs to the right, very slowly. And when you're ready, you simply come back up. And don't try and go far, you just go to where it's very easy, very comfortable. Start the movement with an exhalation and you can keep breathing. And begin to follow the movement through yourself. Feel when the movement mobilizes your hips, your pelvis, your spine, and follow the movement up into your chest. Can you gradually feel that one shoulder blade leans a little bit more into the floor, the other shoulder blade begins to get a little lighter, but they remain on the floor. And try and follow the twist right up through the entire spine. Can you maybe feel gradually the weight shifting on the back of your head a little too? The next time your legs come back up, uncross your legs, just let your feet rest on the floor. And again, just check in with your breathing. As you exhale, feel what comes a little closer to the floor. All this is really encouraging you to breathe with more of your whole self. Now, when you're ready, keeping the right foot in line with the right hip, cross the left knee over the top of the right knee. And when you're ready, on a nice long exhalation, only doing what's easy, gently begin to tilt your legs to the left. And gradually come back, make it very easy. What's important is to go, for now, very slowly and easily, and just be guided by sensations of ease and pleasure. Really just do what's easy. Gradually allow your body to soften and encourage the movement to softly travel through more of your whole entire self. Feel when it begins to reach deep into your lower spine, deep into your chest. Can you feel one shoulder blade begins to press a little more into the floor? The other shoulder blade begins to get a little lighter. Go really slowly. See if you can get a sense of lengthening the spine and creating spaces between the joints of the spine. Okay, the next time the legs come back up, uncross your legs. Open your knees out to the sides, let go of the weight of your legs, and stretch your legs straight down. Have a very, very good rest. Just feel and check out how both your legs lengthen out of the hip joints. What feels different? Maybe your shoulder blades rest differently into the floor too. And please bend your legs again so your feet stand on the floor. And cross your arms over, hold on to opposite shoulders. And keeping your lower back, your pelvis firmly on the floor, but relax it there. Begin to roll your shoulders and your head from side to side. Lightly and softly. Feel where you can relax more as you do this. And make sure the pelvis remains resting on the floor, so you're really mobilizing the upper back. Pause for a moment and feel where you can relax more again. Then do it again, but make it smaller, looser and much faster, but without being in a hurry. And try and get a sense of your spine lengthening up through you as you twist. You may even feel your head begins to travel a little up your mat. And then keep the head in the middle, carry on doing the same thing, keep it small, loose and fast. Don't be in a hurry. And then roll your head the opposite way. Okay, let your arms rest beside you. Keep the legs bent for now, the feet standing. And cross your arms the other way so that the other arm's on top. Hold opposite shoulders. Keep your lower back resting on the floor and begin to very lightly and slowly at first roll the shoulders and the head from side to side. Gradually make the movement much smaller and much faster, but don't be in a hurry. Really loose and move right up again. And think of your spine lengthening as you do this. Keep the head in the middle, carry on doing the shoulders. And then roll the head the opposite way. Okay, wonderful. Let it go. Put your arms down beside you. Open your knees out to the sides. Totally let go of the weight of your legs. Slide your feet straight down. Have a very good rest again. Just notice if you feel you're beginning to lengthen out and widen out and decompress from deep inside. Again, check in with your breathing, taking lots of good quality time to breathe in and all the time that you need to breathe out, letting everything go. When you're ready, please bend your legs yet again so your feet stand on the floor. And very slowly and gently begin to roll your pelvis, lift your tailbone up and gradually peel your pelvis and your spine away from the floor, but very slowly, take your time. So you feel the joint of the spine leaning into the floor before you lift it up. You lift up and up to where you feel comfortable and carefully come down one little joint at a time. And repeat a few more times, but as you do this, feel into it, really be with the movement and always search for ease and pleasure. Don't be in a hurry to get anywhere. And the next time you lift your back up, keep your back lifted, and very slowly and gradually and gently, don't hold your breath and just try and push to get there. As you breathe out, begin to bend your shoulders and your head gently to the right. Feel the ribs on the left side expanding. You can stay there for a moment, feel your shape. Take your time to slowly return back to the middle. You can hang out in the middle, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly bend your shoulders and your head to the left, but keep looking to the ceiling as you do this. And in your own time, you can come back to the middle. Keep repeating each time, make it lighter, softer. Feel how the pelvis is floating, how the spine is moving. Even feel the weight shifting on your feet. If you want to, the next time you bend to one side, stay bent to one side, carefully ease your back down to the floor, and just stay resting on the floor in this bent position, feeling the length of your left side. You can observe how your breath moves deep within you, and then again gently peel your back up away from the floor, nice and smoothly. You can come to the middle and hang out in the middle for a breath or two, and when you feel ready you can begin to explore bending to the left or the other side. It depends which way you went first, and if you want to, slowly ease your back down, staying bent to the side, and just rest there, feeling your shape. Your own time, come back up and you just explore. You can do a few up and down movements in the middle, or go to the side again, come down, go up. Just explore, take your time, bringing your whole entire self into the movement. When you feel you've explored all this enough, ease your back down in the middle, open your knees out to the sides, let go of the weight of your legs and slide your feet straight down. Have a super good rest. Again, check in with your breathing, sense and feel where and how your breath moves through you now. Okay, when you're ready, please come into your tummy. Make sure it's comfortable for you. If you have any bony bits or sensitive bits, you can put something soft underneath those bits. And put your hands in push-up position with the elbows lifted above the hands. Make sure your forehead's comfortably on the floor. And very, very lightly begin to lean the left hand into the floor. Feel the floor pushing up through you, and gradually it rolls your head back a little to the right, just a little, then come back to the middle. Then lean the right hand into the floor. Feel the floor pushing up through you and your head rolls to the left. And keep going very, very gently. Don't go as far as you can, keep it small and easy. And if you relax into it, you can begin to observe wonderful things happening through your back, spine, hips and legs. Can you feel one leg gets longer, the other one gets shorter? And enjoy how you can send these ground forces through your bones and joints. Okay, come back to the middle and very gently and softly begin to lean the left hand into the floor. Let your head roll back to the right. Roll your pelvis to the right. Bend the right knee under the left knee and bring the left knee to the floor just behind the right foot. So both the legs bent, the left knee is behind the right foot, and it brings you to sit up. Smoothly come back again. And when you're ready, do it again. Let your pelvis roll back, you bend the right knee under the left knee, both the legs bend, and it brings you to sit up. And smoothly you return. Make it light, soft and easy. And when you're ready, once you come up, bring your hands to your legs. So you come all the way to sit right up. And then take your time, bring your hands back down, lengthen through onto your tummy. So you really roll the pelvis back to the right, bend the right knee under the left knee bends as well and comes to the floor just behind the right foot. And you bring both your hands to rest on your legs. Make it really light, soft and easy. The softer the better. Very nice. Okay, the next time you're on your tummy, just stay there for a moment. Put the hands back in push-up position. And when you're ready, begin to lean lightly into the right hand. Let your pelvis roll back to the left. The head rolls back to the left. Bend the left knee under the right knee. And the right knee bends behind the left foot to sit up. And gently return. And really enjoy how your spine is moving inside you, how you change in shape. And each time find a way to make it much easier, much lighter, much softer. And enjoy how you kind of roll and massage over the left side of your ribs. And when you're ready, when you come to sit up, bring your hands to rest on your legs before smoothly going back down. Each time make it lighter and easier. Just terrific for your hips and back. Wonderful. Okay, the next time you come back up, stay up. I loved how you did that, Harriet, and used it to greet your cat and go onto your belly. That was so cool. Okay, the next time you're up, stay up. And simply bend your legs, place your feet standing on the floor, lean back on your hands, and simply begin to tilt your legs from side to side. So both the knees come to the floor. Make it nice, soft and easy. When you're ready, use this movement to travel forwards. So you let one hip go forwards, then let the other hip move forwards. And follow the movement deep inside your bones. Then use this movement to travel backwards. Again, really feel how one hip goes back, the other hip goes back. And play with it. Travel forwards a little, travel backwards a little. Each time make it lighter, softer, easier. Good. Okay, the next time your legs go over to the right, stay there. Lean onto your right hand, hold the outer edge of the left foot with the left hand. And looking for very soft movements and good connections into your pelvis. Lightly float your left knee up, round your back, and look down to your tummy. Then let the knee come down and feel your spine twisting and your head floats up as you look up and back to the right a little. Then very slowly you float the left knee up, feel what the pelvis does, look down to your tummy. Then you let the knee come down and imagine your head like a balloon, floating up and your whole spine lengthens and twists with you. Make it very light and soft. The next time you float your foot up, gently, so your knee up, gently now float your foot up to where it's comfortable. Bring the elbow to the inside of the knee and bring the left foot onto your groin or in front of the leg if it's not comfortable there. Then you float your left foot up, bring the elbow to the outside of the knee, bringing the foot behind you. And repeat, each time make it lighter, softer, easier, simpler, smoother. Try and imagine how the thigh bone's moving in the hip, what's happening with the ribs. And really let your body rock with you, rocking backwards and forwards. And make it a little lighter and faster, but don't be in a hurry. Great, okay, the next time the foot's behind you, keep it behind you, lean back on your hands, tilt your legs over to the left, lean onto your left hand, hold the outer edge of the right foot with the right hand, very slowly float your right knee up, let the right foot come to stand and look down to your tummy, then very smoothly the knee comes down. Feel the head floating up and you look a little bit up and behind you to the left. And very softly you float the knee up, gradually look down to your tummy, round your back. So it's a little bit like a yoga cat with twisting and all sorts of other movements. And keep going each time with less effort, more feeling. Let your chest really roll in and back as the knee floats up. Full deep breath in, let the head float up as the knee comes down. And really enjoy how your skeleton changes in shape. When you're ready, the next time you float your knee up, from there gently float your foot up. Bring your foot gently towards your groin, lean forwards a little, and then float your foot up, take the elbow to the outside of the knee, bring the foot back behind you. And repeat, each time with less effort, more feeling. That's nice. As much as you can, just try and use the weight off your bones and gravity to really help you to make the movement lighter. And when you're ready, without being in a hurry, begin to make it a little lighter and faster. Good, okay, well done. The next time you find the leg behind you, keep it behind you, lean back on your hands, bring your legs back up, and gently tilt your legs over to the right. And put your hands maybe on your right leg or just on the floor in front of you. And very slowly, we did this last week, don't be in a hurry, just take your time to begin to slide your hands a little bit forwards, And very, very slowly come back. You can let your hands return to your legs and have another go. And as you take time to do this, just feel deep inside yourself. Feeling how you can spread effort through your whole self. How far you go is not important. And begin to explore. As you do this, look down. So as you slide forwards, you can look downwards. What happens through your spine? Be in no hurry to come back up. And have a go also sliding forwards, looking up. Notice what your tailbone does, what your pelvis does when you look up, when you look down, what the spine does, how you come back again. Feeling what's happening as you're moving is more important than just getting somewhere, so go very slowly. You can stop in different places, listen to your breathing, and where you stop, just listening to your breathing, just explore lowering your head down, feel the tailbone tucking under, then lift the tailbone up very slowly. Follow the movement through the spine so the head gradually lifts, and you can do a few movements. Then you can carry on sliding your hands towards you or away from you, and do a few more of these movements with the eyes, the head and the tailbone. Okay, let that go. Bring your hands back behind you. Gently tilt your legs over to the left. Either start with the hands on your legs or just in front of your legs on the floor. And start small and go very slowly. Begin to slide the hands just a little forwards. Take your time. Feeling how you can easily spread the ease and effort through your whole self. Gradually return back. In your own time, have another go. Each time, do much, much less. Feel where you can relax more and more. The easier, the better. And you can explore looking down as you reach forwards. You can explore looking up as you reach forwards. You can hang out where it feels good. And also explore the next time you're leaning on your hands somewhere on the floor. Gently look down, let the chest roll in, the tailbone tucks under, and very, very softly float the tailbone up. Feel how the spine moves through you, your head floats up. You can do a few gentle movements. Then you can let your hands go somewhere else, have another go. Okay, gently bring your hands back up, bring your legs back up, tilt your legs over to the right. Take both your hands somewhere in front of your right leg, somewhere where it's comfortable for you. And start by looking straight ahead, keeping the arms straight. Gently lower the head down, feel the chest rolling in and back, the tailbone tucking under. And very lightly you float your tailbone up and feel your head gently lifting and look ahead. Now keep looking ahead and begin to gently turn the shoulders and the head and the eyes around. So you look from left to right across the horizon in your room. Smooth, fluid, easy movements. How far you go is not important. And feel the movements which flow through your bones, your joints. And then look straight ahead, but continue to twist the shoulders slowly and smoothly. And move the shoulders to places where you feel they could go a little further if they wanted, but don't go as far as you can. Then look in the opposite direction to where the shoulders twist. And again, look in the same direction. Okay, look straight ahead and gently slide your left leg back behind you. So your left leg is long. And very gently begin to lift your left heel up and put it down again. So the inner left ankle lifts away from the floor and then it comes back down. Do that very gently. So each time with less power. Feel what happens through the lower leg into your knee and gradually let it go through your thigh deep into the hip, so you feel the front of the left hip coming closer to the floor as you float your inner ankle off the floor. And gradually, as that happens, let your pelvis shift and feel the right hip lifting. Your weight shifts on the hands, your right buttock comes away from the floor and softly return. Make it really light and soft. Feel how your foot can communicate with your hip joint, your pelvis, your spine. You can stay there, listen to your breathing, do little small micro movements, then bigger movements. Okay, the next time your inner ankle is on the floor, stay there and very lightly and softly begin to look with your eyes to the right, turn your head to the right, twist your shoulders to the right, and through the twisting, let that twist your legs so your inner ankle lifts away from the floor, your right hip lifts up, and then smoothly look along the horizon, return and feel the inner left ankle coming to the floor again. And take your time, go very slowly, feel how the eyes, the shoulders, the ribs, the spine, the hips, your ankle all interconnect. You can stop in different places, do small micro movements, bigger movements, or just hang out and breathe where it feels good. Okay, great. Let that go. Bend your left leg back in, lean back on your hands. Tilt your legs gently over to the left. Put your hands just in front of your left leg. Start by looking straight ahead. The arms stay straight. Very gently, just let go of the weight of your head. Look down, feel the chest rolling back, the tailbone tucking under. Very lightly, you float your tailbone up. Follow the movement through yourself so your head and your eyes eventually look ahead again. And very softly begin to look with the eyes, the head and the shoulders from right to left, left to right, slowly. Just looking along the horizon in the room. Make it very soft and easy. And the next time you look ahead, continue to twist only the shoulders. Very soft movements, don't go as far as you can. Think more of the quality of the movement. And then let your head and your eyes turn the opposite way to the shoulders. Slowly, smoothly. What's happening deep inside. And then let everything turn together. The eyes, the shoulders, feel what happens in the ribs, the spine. Think of things becoming softer. Nice. Okay, the next time you're looking ahead, lengthen the right leg straight back. Very gently through twisting, float the right heel up. So you lift the inner right ankle away from the floor and then let the inner ankle return back to the floor. So you turn the foot, you just lift the heel, but you feel the toenails come closer to the floor or lean more into the floor, then come back again. But make it very soft. Follow the movement gradually through into the knee, through the thigh bone, deep into the hip joint. Feel the right hip coming closer to the floor as the right heel lifts up. And then gradually let that go through the pelvis. Let your pelvis shift a little to the right. Let the weight shift on the hands so your left buttock lifts off the floor. And very softly return. Make it as light, as easy as you can. See if you can make it a nice, gradual, smooth, fluid, flowing movement. And the next time your inner ankle is back on the floor, stay there, keep the right foot turning outwards, and come back to doing this twisting with the eyes, head and shoulders. Very softly look to the right, to the left, look to the left. I'm going the opposite way to you. You look to the left, twist the shoulders, feel the ribs turning, the pelvis turns. Through the twisting, the left hip lifts and eventually your right ankle comes away from the floor. Then softly look ahead and feel the inner right ankle coming to the floor and your right foot's turned out again. And keep going very smoothly and slowly. Really enjoy the journey. Feeling how everything so wonderfully interconnects. You can stop in different places, listen to your breathing, do small micro movements, making it as easy, as gentle, as light as possible. Beautiful. Okay, let that go. Come back, bring your hands back, bring your legs back up, and gently tilt your legs over to the right. Put your hands on your legs, and in one smooth movement, lengthen the arms forwards, lengthen the left leg back, twist through your pelvis so you feel the left heel lifting, and really let yourself lengthen. And feel how you can spread the effort through your whole self to smoothly come back. When you're ready, repeat again, each time making it softer, lighter, easier, simpler. You can hang out there as long as you wish. Really enjoy it. I love the journey when you come back up. Make it smooth and fluid. Really lengthen your spine out, let your arms lengthen. Making it smoother, simpler every time. Nice, good. Okay, lean back on your hands, tilt your legs over to the left. Start with the hands on the legs, and in one smooth fluid movement, lengthen the right leg back as you lengthen the arms, let the heel come away from the floor so you really lengthen out. Enjoy the length you create and find a smooth, easy way to come back up when you're ready. And really enjoy the journey, each time making it softer, smoother, more fluid. Feeling how everything interconnects so beautifully. Very nice. Good. Okay. I don't want to say stop because some of you are really flowing nicely there. When you're ready, if you do want to stop, come back up, bring your legs back up, spread out your legs. Just spread them out nice and gently. Put the right hand behind you, the left hand on the right leg, and allow the legs to turn and twist as you lengthen the left hand to the right foot. Come back, swap over your hands, go with the right hand towards the left foot. Smoothly come back, moving with your whole entire self. And if you want to, you can slide both the hands down one leg, or you can lean on one hand on the floor behind you. Do what feels best for you. And you can explore sliding the left hand to the left foot, the right hand to the right foot at the same time, or sliding the hands on the floor between the legs, or even sliding with the hands on the floor behind the legs. You can play with all different angles and hang out where it feels good. But really enjoy how you can use the hips, the hands, and the whole of yourself together. Reaching behind you, to the sides, in front of you. Try to feel how your legs can roll to help you to reach and to come back again. Make it light, fun and easy. Beautiful. Okay, let that go. Very gently come back onto your tummies. Put the hands in push-up position. And when you're ready, in one smooth, fluid movement, roll the head and the pelvis back to the right. Bend the legs, bring the right knee behind the left foot, and bring your hands to your legs to sit up. And then smoothly your hands come to the floor, and in one smooth movement, roll the pelvis, the head the other way, bending the legs to come up on the other side. And go very gently, massaging your belly into the floor as you go, softly, smoothly. Think of your legs softening, the spine becoming softer. Let your shoulders twist a little as you come up and your hands twist a little. Nice. Okay. Very good. Let's get on with that today's adventure. Come rest on your backs when you're ready. So I warned people when I taught it, I think it was Tuesday I taught it, don't worry if you don't like this lesson. I was telling them, but everyone was like, wow, that was really an amazing lesson. Someone even said a regular said that's the best lesson yet, and all these nice little comments. So I hope you'll enjoy it. The first time I did it, I have to be honest with you, I got frustrated, but the second time I found it fascinating. The third time I loved the lesson. And now I just find it great fun. One student here sent me a message saying she couldn't stop laughing hysterically during the lesson. So we'll see what effect it has on you. Okay, anyway, rest flat on your backs. Close your eyes and settle right down. That's the main thing, is just to be very comfortable now. Get ready for a fun coordination challenge. When you feel ready, please bend both your legs so your feet stand on the floor. It's a very, very important lesson, in fact. And just a few times, like you're familiar with, just roll the bottom of the pelvis to the floor. Feel your lower back arching a little, and allow the top of the pelvis to lean into the floor. Feel the lower back flattening. And repeat a few times. Just enjoy the movements which flow through you. And the next time your pelvis is kind of resting somewhere, just let it rest. And begin to find a way to gently lift your right hip away from the floor, just the right hip. And then slowly let it return back down. When you're ready, do it again with less effort, more feeling. You lift the right hip up, which means the pelvis will roll to the left side of the pelvis will lean into the floor, then smoothly let the right hip come back down. Make it really gentle. You can play with the size, you can make it bigger, you can make it tiny. Do the very beginning of the movement. Feel what happens if it's big, if what happens into your chest, or if it's small, probably not much happens in the chest. And find different ways to do it. So when you can clearly feel which parts of you float up away from the floor and ease back down to the floor, maybe if you can gently massage those parts of you into the floor or away from the floor to do the movement. You can use your right foot. You can just think of the hip floating up and sinking down. You can think of the movement coming from the pelvis, the ribs, the spine. Okay, pause for a moment, and when you're ready, make the movement much smaller and also much faster, but keep breathing slowly and calmly. Don't be in a rush. So make it a really fast movement. To make it faster, it's really important to make it smaller, until it becomes almost like a little kind of tremor. And from time to time, stop, have a good rest. Don't worry if you do it, if you think you're doing it bad or good, or you get confused and muscles do funny things. That's the mistake I made. Just have fun when I first did the lesson. So you just lift and lower the hip. Make it very small and fast. How can you really loosen up? You make it smaller, faster, but without being in a hurry. As soon as you go in a hurry, your coordination gets lost. Make it very fast without being in a hurry. Every now and then you stop, just rest. You pause, rest, and do it again. You may find you can do it a little better maybe. And find where you can move from again. You can use your right foot, the ribs, or other places, but make it fast. You can feel all the funny things happening inside. If you breathe, relax into it while going very fast, without being in a hurry. Remember to rest sometimes, then have another go. Lifting and lowering the right hip up very small so you can make it really fast. Let it go. Open your knees to the sides, stretch out your legs. Have a very good rest. As you rest, feel any changes in how you connect with the floor, or how the right leg comes out of you compared to the left leg. As you exhale, again feel which parts of you come closer to the floor, and you can think of the ground forces. When things press into the floor, can the floor push back up for you? So it's like you're working with allowing gravity and ground forces to really flow through you with your breathing. In fact, this is one of the most profound things I like about lessons like this, how it affects the breathing. Bend your legs, place your feet standing, and very slowly begin to float your left hip gently away from the floor, then let it sink down. But really feel where you can relax more. Do you do any unnecessary effort, maybe with one of your shoulders or somewhere else, or toes, fingers, eyes? Can the tongue and the jaws relax more? And begin to explore in yourself where you can let the movement come from. You can think of your foot, different, an individual rib even. There's lots to think about here. Always feel where you can do much less, where you can relax much more. Finding ways of moving, resources of movement behind you from inside. Okay, when you're ready, make the movement much smaller and much faster. But hang on one sec. Hi Jessica, nice to see you. I'm in the middle of the class. I can't hear you. Jessica's my 96-year-old student. Are you 97 now? I can't hear you at all, but it's nice to see you. You need to unmute yourself, Jessica. She can't hear me. 97-year-old lady, but she can't hear me. She just popped in very late, probably to say hello. Jessica, email me. I'll email you my phone number. You can call me later, yeah? I can't hear a word you're saying. You're on mute. Okay, so make the movement smaller and faster. Make it very small, very fast. I'm so happy to see you, Jessica. And every now and then stop, relax, and then do it again. Make it much faster. Make it much smaller, much faster. Feeling where you can relax more and more as you do it. And enjoy the challenge. My friend, student Jessica's popped in. I've got one client, 95 years old, but Jessica, I think she turned 97 recently. A really sweet lady. She just popped in to say hello. How can you make it a little faster, but stay cool and calm? Okay, let it go, open your knees, stretch out your legs, have a very good rest. And feel any differences between the legs. I remember when I was teaching in Kentish Town and Jessica, aged 94, even if it was frosty and icy outside, she'd still come and turn up, and I was very concerned that I was offered to walk back home with her. And anyway, I remember there was a few classes when some young muscly dudes came into the class, kind of tough guys, because it was in Talika. Some of you may know that centre in Camden. There's people who do gymnastics there. And Jessica, my elderly lady client, she was actually moving a lot better than the younger people, which was really incredible to see. And they were very strong and fit and in a muscular way, much stronger than me even, and it was really pretty cool to see that. Okay, make sure when you're resting, you just let go, feel how your breath moves deep within you again. How do your arms rest beside you? And with the palms of your hands facing down to the floor, and the arms alongside your body, think of the arm bending and the elbow. Begin to very lightly, just doing what's easy. Oh, hang on, sorry, bend your legs first so your feet stand on the floor. Doing just what's easy. As you breathe out, lift your right shoulder up off the floor. Feel how the ribs move, how they turn, and ease the shoulder back down. Have a good rest and then have another go. Really feel where you can relax more and more as you do this. In what places do you feel your ribs massage into the floor? Where can you relax more? The fingers, the toes, the arm, face, the belly. And when you're ready, begin to make the movement gradually faster and much smaller. But let it go through the ribs, so there's a little twist in the middle spine. And let the head roll to the left with you as you do it. So you do lots of small, fast movements. And don't get tired, stop and rest, and have another go. Make it very small so it can become fast. The next time, the shoulders on the floor, just roll the head quickly to the left. Leave the shoulder alone. Just this tiny movement. If it's small, you can make it faster. And we want to make it faster today. And then let the shoulder join in. So the shoulder lifts, comes down, the head rolls to the left. Think of your spine rotating. Keep the head in the middle and do just the shoulder. Can you make it a little faster? You can always rest, don't get tired, and have another go. And then when you're ready, very small, when you lift the shoulder, let the head roll to the right. And then just let the head by itself roll to the right, quickly, small, fast movements. Tiny, very, very small. The smaller, the quicker, the better. So make it very, very small. And then let the shoulder lift whenever the head rolls to the right. Okay, let it all go. Open your knees, stretch out your legs. Have a really good rest. Feel how your weight's distributed on the floor. And again, check in with your breathing. Take lots of good quality time to breathe in. All the time you need to breathe out, feeling as you exhale, again what comes closer to the floor or pushes back up through you from the floor. Please bend your legs again, and very gently as you breathe out, lift your left shoulder as if it's floating up, and let it really lift the ribs on the left side. Feel the ribs on the right side rolling into the floor. You're basically twisting the middle spine, immobilizing the middle spine with the left shoulder. And then when you're ready, make it a lot smaller and a lot faster. Very fast, without being in a hurry. And then as it lifts, let your head roll to the right. Keep it very small, very fast. Be with the movements which flow through you and feel where you can let the movement come from. And then let the head by itself just go quickly to the right again. And then let the shoulder join in again. Keep the head in the middle, keep lifting and lowering the shoulder very, very fast, like it's almost like a tremor. Then as the shoulder lifts, let the head roll quickly to the left. And then just do the head by itself to the left. It's really tiny, tiny and very, very fast. And then let the shoulder lift whenever the head goes to the left. Don't worry if you get a little confused. The left you'll go, open your knees to the sides, stretch out, have a very, very good rest. Let your arms rest beside you again. Try and feel any differences in how you connect with the floor. Again, be with your breath. Okay, when you're ready, bend both your legs so your feet stand on the floor. And lift the fronts of your feet up. So the toes are lifted, the fronts of the feet are lifted, but your heels are on the floor. Gently lift your pelvis and your hips a little off the floor and put it down. And gradually begin to make it much, much smaller and much, much faster. And every now and then stop, relax, put your feet down. And then again, lift the fronts of your feet. Make lots of really small, fast movements. So it becomes more like an earthquake tremor. And every now and then stop, rest, and then have another go. So you can make it so small that the pelvis barely lifts off the floor. Just make it really like an earthquake tremor. Make it tremble. Should be like this. Bam, 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 bam. Ulrich, this one's really good for Vikings. Go very gently. Very gently. And feel where you can relax as you do it. Very small. The smaller you make it, the faster you can go. It's funny, people think Feldenkrais is only about slowing down, which it can be, mainly, but there's lots of funny, weird lessons of this, which I've developed further in some of them too. Let it go. Open your knees, stretch out your legs, have a very good rest. And then bend your legs again. Lift the fronts of the feet. Gradually make it even faster than what you were doing just now. Make it even faster. Just have a go. Smaller and even faster. Really fast. But if you make a larger movement, it's impossible to make it quick. So it's got to be tiny so you can really increase the speed. Okay. Let it go, stretch out, have a very good rest. Well done. And as you rest on your backs, close your eyes. And notice where inside yourself you feel this. Your legs are long, your arms are resting. Feel where you feel any differences. And when you're ready, bend only the right leg, so the right foot stands on the floor. Gently lift the right hip up, and as the right hip comes down, lift the left shoulder up, and as the left shoulder comes down, lift the right hip up. Make it really smooth and gentle. Enjoy what massages into the floor, what comes away from the floor. Make it very smooth, light and easy. and make it smaller, looser and a little faster. Okay, now bend your left leg so both feet stand on the floor. Do exactly the same thing. Lift the right hip. As the right hip comes down, the left shoulder lifts. As the left shoulder comes down, the right hip lifts. And make it... Okay, stop for a moment. And now this will have to be very small. Don't worry if you get confused. Make it tiny. Have a go at lifting the left shoulder and the right hip together and putting them down. But begin to make it much smaller and gradually much faster. So it can be just the very beginning of the movement. Every now and then stop, relax, and then have another go. Make it smaller, faster. And every now and then stop, slow down, or just have a rest, or go very slowly. And then make it very fast again. Okay, stretch out, relax. Where do you feel these movements you've been doing? How do you spread out into the floor now? How is your breathing? And now bend your left leg. So your left foot stands, float your left hip up. As the left hip comes down, float your right shoulder up. And as the right shoulder comes down, you float the left hip up. And really enjoy the journey through your bones and joints. Play with where the movement comes from. You can use your left foot or the right hand or different places deep inside the ribs, the pelvis. Make it smaller and faster when you're ready. Okay, bend your right leg and continue to lift the left hip. As the left hip comes down, the right shoulder lifts. And really feel how you can find forces from the ground and use gravity to help you more, to make it lighter. Becomes more and more fun, light and easy the more you just let go and don't think about it too much. Now stop, relax, and have a go at lifting the left hip and the right shoulder at the same time. Gradually make it much faster. It can be the tiniest movement. Rest frequently, then have another go. See how small and fast you can make it, and don't be concerned how good or bad you make it. If you make mistakes, it's all good. See how fast you can go. Let it go, open your knees, stretch out your legs, have a good rest. Check in with your breathing. Bend both your legs again so your feet stand on the floor. In fact, stretch them. Let's keep the legs long, it'll be better. Sorry, my mistake. With the legs long, begin to lift both the shoulders from the floor slowly, very slowly. The shoulders, not the head, just the shoulders, very slowly. Not the chest, just the shoulders. So you let the elbows bend. The elbows stay on the floor. Very slowly. And gradually begin to explore increasing the speed. Then you can have a rest, start slowly and gradually make it faster. Remember, the smaller you go, the faster you can go. Don't worry if your brain's thinking, whoa, what's going on? Took me many times and lots of other funny lessons, and it got easier. Some of you will find it easier than others. Make it smaller, faster, and leave it alone. Just rest. And again, just simply feel where you sense this movement in yourself. Okay, soon we get to some very interesting things. Bend your legs again so your feet stand on the floor. Lift the fronts of the feet and very gently lift your shoulders and your pelvis a little and come down so the pelvis and the shoulders lift together. When you're ready, gradually make it much smaller and much faster. Every now and then stop, relax, then you can put your feet down and have another go. Lift the fronts of the feet, the pelvis and the shoulders lift together and come down together and gradually make it very small and very, very, very fast. You can make it so small so your pelvis barely lifts off the floor. If you barely lift the pelvis off the floor, make it tiny. But don't hurry. It's funny, you learn a lot about yourself when you hurry unnecessarily. Okay, let it go, stretch out, have a good rest. Now interlink your fingers together behind the back of your head. And very gently lift the head many times, also the elbows. So the elbows come closer together, breathe out, lift the head, come down, and just feel what happens in the ribs, the spine, gently. A small movement, very small. Make it very small and very fast, but without being in a hurry. You can keep the elbows lifted the whole time. Okay, now as you lift the head, do something interesting. As you lift the head, bend your feet towards you. You bend your toes and your feet towards you, then put the head down, relax the feet, then have another go. Until you can go slowly at first, until you can feel how the bending of the feet does something to send energy up through you to make the lifting of the head much easier. Try to do the movements really together, the feet, the toes together, the head lifts together. Really pay attention. Do it slowly, for now, very, very slowly. And keep breathing smoothly and gently. Go very, very gently. So you really feel how they can move together. Slowly, slowly. Maybe now bend your legs just a little, not too much, just very slightly. So there's a slight bend in the knees. Have the heels on the floor. Do exactly the same thing. So the legs are a bit bent and you do exactly the same thing. Very slowly, and feel the bending of the feet does something to the whole of your back. And it makes it easier to lift the head. And then when you're ready, make the movement faster, very fast. Tiny, very small, very fast. Continue to lift the head during the bending of the feet until it becomes easier to do the the faster, if you let the knees stay a little bit bent as you do it. With the knees bent, it makes it a little faster. Good. Okay, now let's see what this has done. Stretch out just for a moment. Slowly roll your head a little from side to side. Bend your legs so your feet stand on the floor. Cross your arms over so you hold opposite shoulders, and quickly roll your shoulders and your head from side to side. See if you can make it smaller and faster than when you first did it today. You can have a go keeping the head in the middle. Let the head roll the opposite way. Okay, cross your arms the other way. Do the same. It's really tiny, fast movements. Think of the spine really lengthening. You can keep the head in the middle. Let it roll with you. Roll the opposite way. Let that go. Put your arms down. And just a few times, rock your pelvis up and down. You can use your feet and notice the quality of the movement. Let it go. Find a nice, easy way to come to stand up. And when you come to stand, look ahead. Let your arms rest beside you. Look softly into the horizon. Notice how all the cells in your body have been on a bit of an adventure. You'll feel things are settled into a much better place. Move your shoulders around. Do they feel softer? Walk around. See how walking feels. How is your balance? Do your legs lift much lighter in the hips? Can you reach better? Feel all the nice changes deep within you. Take that away with you into the rest of the day, and I hope you all enjoyed that. Those of you who did it with me on Tuesday, did you feel there was some improvements going over it again? Did you feel it was a little better coordinated or more challenging, or I don't know what you felt? You can send me a message later. By the way, those of you who do pay for a pack, every time you come to class, just send a message, a text message or an email saying, hey Dan, that was lesson 4, that was amazing, or that was terrible, I can't walk, or whatever it is. But it should be something positive normally. Anyway, I hope you all had fun and enjoyed today's unusual Feldenkrais lesson. There's lots more very strange ones, not to do with speed, but other things that I'm going to introduce this year as well. And there's some very special ones which I've developed in a really cool way, which I've been working on recently, but I want to fine tune them before throwing them into the public. Anyway, lots of love everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
I hope you had fun.
Really good. Yeah, I've not done that to that degree before, but it felt really good and actually more organised, standing close to the wall afterwards, like head right over the pelvis.
Wow.
Really good.
Brilliant.
Really good.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Coming tonight as well, maybe?
Absolutely.
Yay. Not the 7 o'clock one, yeah? Okay. Much love, everyone. Take care. Wooty, don't go too fast up the stairs after that lesson, yeah? Bye-bye. Lots of love. See you next time, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
Ain't no